Howdy folks, Matt here with Gulf Coast Fit. I want to share with you today a lower body based, lower body strength and conditioning micro session. Today it's going to be a little bit more stamina than strength, really lower body stamina. It is plausible to build some muscle doing this micro session, but for me and for you maybe, I would say the three objectives or three intentions behind the workout. One, I'm working on running technique, sprint form and technique, staying fluid, loose, working on my mechanics. Two, I want to make it a lower body workout that feels like I productively, optimally utilized all fiber types, slow twitch and fast twitch, type 1 and 2. And the third reason behind this is movement quality, and that kind of ties in with sprint technique, but I want to feel like I'm getting some rotational work in. So let me describe this micro session for you. And again, this is definitely a stimulate, not annihilate type of workout. This is to improve movement quality and not just drill your legs into the ground. All right, the whole stereotype behind leg day and not being able to squat or walk or move for the next few days after that. This is not the type of lower body that we're going for. That's not what we're going for. So going for performance enhancement, something that's not going to tax my nervous system, which it really doesn't because we're not dealing with heavy loads. But I need to use my legs tomorrow. So this is kind of a chipper workout. Get my nervous system feel like it's crackling, firing well. And also that should help with feeling like I enhance my mental acuity too. So here's how the workout goes. I'm doing 5 rounds of 3 different exercises. The first component is a pickup sprint. It's a 40-yard dash. It's not full speed. My pickups are going to be roughly 60%, 70%, 80, 90, 100%. Again, I'm working on running mechanics, sprinting technique, starts, decelerating, all that good stuff associated with running fast. It's not just to run as fast as I can, so I'm not going to run this 40-yard dash as if I were doing it for a 40-yard dash time. So pickup is where you start slower, gradually ramp up the intensity and pace, and then you hit whatever your peak speed is for that round. So I'll start at a jog on all of them, light trot, and work my way up to 60, 70, 80, 90, and then on the last round, the 5th 40-yard dash pickup, I'll hit my max effort on that set, max effort for this day. After the 40-yard dash, the second component is an isometric squat. Now, here's where we start to work different muscle fiber types and a little more stamina. I'm gonna hold that iso squat for 30 to 45 seconds, and I'm just gonna give it a 30 to 45 second honest count in my head. I'm not going anywhere near failure, that's not what you want either. You just wanna challenge your squat form and technique under fatigue after that quick sprint. And again, stimulate, not annihilation. That's what we're going for, stimulation. After that 30 to 45 second isometric squat hold, working on static strength, a little more slow twitch muscle fiber recruitment. Come up out of there and I'll do a lunge variation that incorporates most likely some spinal rotation and spinal lateral flexion. My top priority is to do a lunge to utilize the legs, and there we're kind of going in between sprinting and the slower twitch muscle fiber recruitment with the isometric static strength. And then we're putting the legs into movement with some isotonic motion. So strength in motion. I put the isometric squat second. That way the lunges are a little harder. So the sequence of things builds on itself. Prioritizing good quality running form and technique. That's why I put it first. You don't want to go doing an iso squat or lunges and pre-fatigue your legs and then expect to sprint well. This is not how it works. You could structure it that way for other purposes, but again, today's workout is heavily performance-based, so we move up and move forward in ways other than feeling like we just beat ourselves into the ground. Doesn't mean we're not doing some good hard work though. So that's one round. A 40-yard pickup, 30 to 45 second isometric squat, and then I'm going to shoot for 20 20 ought to be challenging, but still feel good. 20 lunges, different type of variation likely each round. So after a round, I'm going to allot myself a 15 breath recovery period. I would imagine that would last me about 45 seconds. Probably going to be a 3-second breath each breath cycle, which doesn't sound very long, but it's going to be pretty challenging to maintain 15 3-second breaths. It's about a 1.5 seconds in, 1.5 seconds out when my heart rate is spiked from sprinting, squatting, and lunging. But we'll see. Like I said, up to 15 reps. I'm going to start with 15, give myself a generous amount of recovery, and if I feel like I can move down to 13, 12, 11 breaths, so be it. You got to be honest about resting enough to perform well, but not resting so long that you're completely recovered and you're starting to lose your training effect. So not that that's always the case. Sometimes you do need a full recovery. If you're deadlifting, squatting, pressing a heavy load, you might rest 3, 5, 8, 10 minutes, but I digress. So I've got myself set up with a perfect 40-yard dash distance from that pole and trash can. Maybe you can see it, I'm on selfie mode, to my skateboard, my toys over here, my skate and my paddle to the finish line. I walked it out. It's 40 paces exactly, and I've got my gait down so that I can count out yardage pretty accurately. I've been doing it for a long time. So it's a perfect 40-yard dash, and looking forward to it. So let me see if I can orient you towards me so you can tell what